Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Dave here from the Bear Pit TV, and today we've got a brand new series for you. This is the start of Stoke City Weekly News. Basically what I've got 3 news stories from the week that you may have missed, and then I'm just going to bring them to you in a weekly news sort of format. It's going to be coming out every Tuesday, around this time, maybe in the evening, so always look out for it on a Tuesday, but this is the first episode of Weekly News. So, the first story I've got, it's from Talk Sport, and Samir Nasri has been speaking in the week about Manchester City's game with PSG this week as well. And you may be thinking, but Samir Nasri doesn't play for Stoke. Why am I talking about him? Well, in the interviews that he's been doing, he's actually been talking quite a bit about Stoke, which is quite interesting because he's been saying going against a team like PSG, they're such a big club, they've got such a good team, but he thinks that in the Premier League, if they were in this league, they would struggle against teams like Stoke and West Ham and Everton because of how competitive this league is. And I've got a quote from him here. He says, "There are no easy games in England. I would like to see teams like PSG play on a Monday night in Stoke." Now, that's really interesting because I would as well, but it just shows how competitive the Premier League is compared to other leagues like France or Spain, that top players like Samir Nasri think that big clubs that they're playing in the Champions League, which are arguably better than Manchester City, would struggle against teams like us. And I think they would as well, and I'd love to see that in the Premier League at some point, maybe if we were to get into Europe, to see how they would do at the Britannia on a Monday or Tuesday night to go against that stereotype that we all hate. But next story we've got is from the Sentinel, a bit more local this time. Bojan was interviewed by Spanish paper Marca in the week, and they were really intrigued about his move to Stoke and his renewal of his contract that takes him into 2020. They were really intrigued as to why a player like Bojan with such high prowess would want to stick at Stoke. So he was saying he's in a good place at the moment and he feels really important at Stoke and he wants to be a part of it in the future. And the chairman and Tony Scholes have made him feel really welcomed here and he really wants to stay here for the future and see what he can do with Stoke, which is really good because he did say how it was hard for him to leave Stoke leave Spain after 12 years, which I can get because he's been at Barcelona for so long. But he says to improve your game, you really have to adapt and try new things, and the Premier League was something that Stoke offered him, and he jumped at that chance, and he's really enjoying it at the moment, which is really great because Bojan, he had a bit of a sticky patch after his injury, but it's really good to see him enjoying his football here, and that he wants to stay, and he showed that by signing that new contract last year, around December time, that takes it up to 2020, so he should be here for some time, and it looks like he's really enjoying his football at Stoke. Now, the last story, we've got a bit of transfer news for you, because I know you're all really interested in transfer news. So this is from clubcall.com. I know it's not the most reliable source, but the transfer news bouncing about at the moment isn't too big for Stoke. So I had a look about what I could find. And from Club Call, they're saying that Stoke are preparing another bid to sign West Brom striker Berahino in the summer, which I don't believe too much of, but do we really need him? Is he really the man for us? Does he score a lot of goals? No. But do we need a striker? Yes. So he could be a good option for us in some ways because he's young, he's English, and he's looking to find a new club. So Stoke could be the place for him. But reports are saying that he will be allowed to leave West Brom in the summer if a bid comes in for him. So we could be looking to take him away from the Hawthorns, but it is going to cost us around £20 million. But Club Call are saying that with the new TV deal, we should be able to afford that fee, which we've shown in January as well with Imbula, 18 million, Shaqiri on 12 million. So we should be able to afford a bid about £20 million. So we should have no problem if we want to bring him in. But we do face tough competition from the likes of West Ham, Everton and Tottenham. So Tottenham would probably be his most favoured move, but if he doesn't want to go there, Stoke's always an option for him. And I'm sure a lot of people would take him, but he's not the man for me personally. But that's what they're saying in terms of transfers for Stoke at the moment. But that is the end of this news segment. I really did hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments if you want this to be a weekly thing, because that's what we're hoping to do with this, just to bring you a bit of news that you may have missed. So if you have enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Leave a comment as always. What do you think about the Berahino news? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you're new, subscribe if you like the content. And as always, guys, cheers for watching. Everyone, welcome back to another video. Dave here from the Bear Pit TV. This week we've got another matchday experience. We're going to play Swansea City at home. You're coming with us. Here we go.